I think that the plague, the serious major pressing problem that we have of bullying in our schools, our elementary schools, high schools, even, pre-K, kindergarten schools, elementary schools to high schools to maybe not so in colleges, but yes, it is still there, but maybe not as much because you're an independent person. But in high schools, for sure, and elementary schools is this huge problem of bullying. I think it's the fault of liberal teachers. Liberals are to blame because they've pushed their fake morals, their untrue, manufactured, made-up morals that are not moral or righteous or good or moral at all, and they've pushed it on our kids. Because you know what? If you want to stop a bully, if you want bullying to stop, if you want the bullying and the abuse to stop, you have to stand up to the bully. You have to give him push for push, shove for shove, word for word, nick for knack. You have to, whatever he's doing to you, you've got to push back, and you got to resist him. You got to show him, you got to humiliate him. If you want a bully to stop pounding you and stealing your lunch money, giving you a black eye and a bloody nose, and humiliating you in public, then you have to show him that he needs to be scared and he needs to be embarrassed, because bullies are insecure people. That's the reason why they're bullying, is because they're insecure, and so they humiliate other people because they feel humiliated. The only thing in the world that they're afraid of is being humiliated, because that's their deepest fear. That's their motivating emotion. The driving emotion is humiliation, and they take it out with violence. That's how they vent. Bullies are venting, and they're trying to make themselves good by breaking other people down. Kind of like socialism. It's socialism. It's emotional socialism. You take from someone else to give to yourself. That's socialism. It's socialism. And so what you have to do is you have to stand up to the bully and make him feel embarrassed, make him feel bad. And then he'll realize, you know what? This isn't worth my time. This is making me feel even more embarrassed than I was before. I should give up. And that's what they do. A long time ago, we used to teach our kids to stand up to bullies. But then in the 1950s and the 1960s, when liberals started to get into our school systems to take over the classroom, liberals started getting into the classrooms, taking over our schools in the 50s and 40s and 50s and 60s. That's when they started to change the morals. They started to preach a different message, a different set of morals that weren't true. Where don't stand up to the bullies. If you stand up to that bully, you're just as bad as him. If you stand up to the bully, then you're a bully. Wait a second. Some guy, he tries to humiliate me, kick me in the balls, and punch me in the face to give me a bloody nose every single day, and I stand up to him and somehow I'm a bully? Bollocks. BS. That's totally a lie. That's totally fake. It's fake morals. And these liberal teachers and these liberal people who want to paint themselves, they want to put themselves up on a pedestal as if they were these moral shining light, as if they were a shining light of morals to teach the next generation. But what they're teaching them is a lie. It's not right. And so they started teaching our kids that it was wrong and immoral and bad and nasty and humiliating. If you stand up to a bully, shame on you. You should feel embarrassed of yourself. You're just a punk because you're defending yourself fair and square. Why is it okay for a policeman to defend you, but we can't defend ourselves? We have that right. You have a human right to defend yourself. Emotionally, verbally, intellectually, or physically, or socially. And you know what? But here's the thing. It wouldn't be so bad if the liberals are incapable and unwilling to fight bullies because they like the bullies. Believe it or not, they will never do this. They're not